Last week, we saw in Luke's Gospel the scary moment when Jesus was arrested. Do you remember? All those soldiers came with swords and clubs. The rulers came and they were led by Jesus' friend Judas. It was all very scary, but we talked about how Jesus was in control and he let them arrest him. Why did he do that? Well, not only that, they then took him and he had a really unfair trial. And they told him that he was sentenced to die on a cross. They put him on a wooden cross with one criminal on one side and another criminal on the other side. It looked incredibly sad. Jesus was getting killed on a cross, and it was so unfair. They put up a sign above his head that said, "This is the King of the Jews." They didn't really believe that Jesus was the King of the Jews. They were just teasing him. They didn't think he was king. They were teasing and taking the mick at Jesus. Jesus didn't look like much of a king now, did he? He looked so weak. He looked like he couldn't do anything. He wasn't a king. He was dying on a cross. He didn't look very powerful. It looked like the evil had won. And the rulers there, they started to tease Jesus.
He saved others. Why can't he save himself? If he really is the promised king, the Messiah.
Then some of the soldiers also came in and started to mock Jesus.
If you're the king of the Jews, save yourself.
They were being so mean to Jesus, teasing him because he did not look like the king. They thought that if he was the king, surely he could save himself if he really was God. Even one of the criminals next to him started to get angry at Jesus. He said,
"Aren't you the Messiah? Save yourself and us."
He thought, well, if you're the king, then save yourself and take me with you while you're at it. He wanted Jesus to prove that he really was the Messiah, the promised king. That seems to make sense, doesn't it? If he's the powerful king who calmed storm and fed 5,000 people and healed everyone he saw, surely he could save himself from a cross. Why didn't Jesus save himself? But the second criminal, he knew that something different was going on. He told off the first criminal and said,
"Don't you fear God? We deserve to be here, but this man has done nothing wrong."
Then he turned to Jesus and said,
"Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom."
He knew that Jesus really was the king. He knew that Jesus was innocent. So Jesus told him this amazing, this incredible, this out of this world thing to the second criminal. "Truly, I tell you, you will be with me in paradise." This second criminal knew that Jesus was the king, even though he looked really weak on the cross. He knew that his kingdom was coming. He trusted him. And Jesus said that amazing thing, that today, that criminal will be with Jesus in heaven. Isn't that amazing? This criminal who'd done so much wrong, he deserved to be on the cross. Jesus didn't. But because he trusted Jesus, he was going to be with Jesus in paradise. Everyone else was teasing Jesus because he wasn't saving himself. But Jesus had a bigger plan than just saving himself. By dying on the cross, he would save everyone who trusts him. Just like the second criminal was saved. Jesus the King chose to save us rather than himself. He sacrificed himself on the cross. He went through all that pain and terror, all that horrible teasing. He experienced the anger of God on the cross, also that he could save you and me. He didn't deserve to be there, but we do. Jesus died to save us, and it's the best news in the world.